Well, good evening. Welcome to another episode. Today, we're going to be changing the front pads from EBC YellowStuff, which are to PBS ProTrack, which are very nice. But first, let's have a look inside because the paint's dry and I've demasked it. So yes, very nice, looks very good. Now we're going to prop you on a stand and set about showing you what we're doing. As with everything, with jacking up a car, make sure it's on a good set of stands and it's well supported, because if you're going underneath it, be safe, be safe. So we're going to change these, horrible, so let's go. You'll also want to open the bonnet and take off the cap for your brake master cylinder. That will allow brake pressure to be released. For a Mark 7.5 Fiesta ST180 specifically, the selection of tools that you will need are the new pads, you'll need them every time. A brass or similar brush to clean up, you'll need that every time. A pick that will help you if the pads are like quite well stuck in, you might need that with everything. A G-clamp to push the caliper back. In some cases you'll need a wind back tool because some calipers wind back instead of push back. Ceramic paste, or if you so choose, or if you have it handy instead, copper grease. I just use this because it's what I have. Blue Loctite is the medium strength stuff for some of the bolts, and in the case of the Fiesta ST specifically, a 13mm, a 15mm, and a narrow this way, there to there, 17. Narrower the better. So once you have the wheel off, turn the wheels to make it nice and easily accessible. You want to be taking that bolt off, which is a 13, but you need to hold on with a 17mm spanner, and possibly quite a narrow one as well, because that gap isn't particularly big. Otherwise this will spin together. So you need to hold that, turn that. Something that's worth doing now, while that brake pressure is off, just pull the caliper towards you, and that will try and release at least some of the pressure off of the piston, which will make it easier for you to take the caliper off. So if you squeeze it in, that'll then free you up a little bit of room, and that will come straight off. See, I've been on track and I've got it so hot the heat resistant paints come off. Now make sure that sits up and away, do not let it hang by the brake line because you'll kill it. Prise these off. I had all of the use out of these on track. There is nothing left. Two 15mm bolts on the back. 1, 2, let's go. Be very careful when you do this, it can slip and hurt you. If you think it's easy to rash your knuckles with a normal ratchet, try doubling them up. Now that that's off, you can see where I'm going to be cleaning. Inside here, inside here, inside there, inside there. And that is where the pad slides. And if you clean it and then you grease it, you'll have a far better time. See how much nicer they now look? Nice and slidey. With that now done, chuck it back on. Loctiting the bolts for the carriers, that's why they were so tight. Little bead, straight down. Don't lather it on, it will spread. Snip, snip. Done. Right. Now that's done, we can unpack these. Bit of a difference. Bear in mind, the piston is on the back side that pushes in. Therefore, these two go on the front, and these four avoid the piston. This is on the back, this is on the front. I literally went to Ford for a service and they did them the wrong way around. Do not do that. Now we need to go and get a G-clamp. This G-clamp will push back, CB, that's my name. And it will push the piston back. Just make sure it's held onto something nicely. If it doesn't, you've probably either left that cap on or you've got a seized caliper, and then you're in more of an issue. All right, that's all the way. So release that off a little bit so I can get the G-clamp out. Lovely. From there, it should slide over the top now because the cap's big enough. And then we simply push these in and find where we sat. That's it. These ones also, just a smidge, Loctite, very, very little bits. Just pinch these ones up relatively tight, nothing major. Let the Loctite do it. Otherwise you'll never get them undone again. They're only for the sliders. And that's you done. Pads installed. But yes, that is it. From there, you tidy up your mess and you chuck the wheel back on, and that's it. Of course, don't forget when you're done, pop that cap back on. Well guys, a nice simple one for you today. Nothing crazy, but a few how-tos are always useful. So for those of you who don't know, now you know. At least on a Fiesta ST. They will have slightly different layouts, but in general, you'll take the caliper off, you'll push the piston back, you'll swap the pads over, and you'll clean everything up as you go. But each car is slightly different. But if this gives you a little bit of encouragement that you'll be able to have a go yourself, then yeah, why not? Have a go. Find somebody that's got a little bit more knowledge than you, and let them guide you through it. And if you've got a Fiesta ST, this video is your guide. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, notification bell on if you wish, because I don't really have an upload schedule as such. It will just be 6 o'clock on a day, PM GMT. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.